Hi guys, so we are going to be talking about just how to find joy in the boring and mundane moments of life.
And how really being too future focused actually is actually stealing Christians and even people in general. It's stealing our joy. It's stealing our even ability to
engage and connect.
Engage in the present, the people in front of you. So we are actually going to first share a little bit more about that, and then we're going to share how to actually do it.
So I just like the 99% of our life, we live, especially with our social media culture, and we even within Christianity, we see these big conferences and revivals or whatever it might be, and we live in this mountaintop kind of wanting to experience mountaintops constantly. And the reality of life is that 99% of our life is the hidden, the unseen, the mundane moments.
The valley.
It's like the valley moments.
Pooping.
Yeah. And so
yeah.
And so we usually, especially right now, we go to our phones or social media or technology or something, and entertainment, we distract ourselves to fill that void, to fill that boredom. And this is such an opportunity for connection and intimacy to actually be formed. Connection with yourself, connection with God, and connection with others. And these moments are so vital to the health of your relationships at every level, and to your own health even.
Yeah, just not always getting distracted, but being able to enjoy a moment, enjoy a person, enjoy an event, and enjoy life in between. Let's say you get stuck outside of your car, like let's say you lock the keys in the car. Obviously you're not going to enjoy that moment, that event, but it's happened so many times for me that the in between, I actually am stuck, and then I sit and have to wait for the locksmith, and I realize, wow, this is really nice having nothing I can do. And the other day I actually had this realization that how we talk about mountaintops, and I had this realization that we can't live on the mountaintops. Remember, it says that actually Jesus, Peter and John, and were up on the mountain with Jesus, and they were like, hey, let's pitch our tent right here, in this mountaintop moment, and Jesus was like, no, we can't stay and we can't stay here, we have to go back down. And I realized this even blew my mind, because we can't, the only way to the next mountaintop is down to the valley again. And we constantly want to live in these,
high moments,
and we're always we often try to figure out how to get to the high moments. So in a minute here, after Monica shares, we're going to share how to do this, how to live intentional life.
Yeah, so like I was saying, it's an invitation for connection. It's an invitation for intimacy. And in those moments where we feel bored, it's okay for us to be honest with ourselves and honest with God, and be like, okay, this is what I'm feeling, and begin creating a conversation.
Right.
And creating space for a conversation, even because taking a moment and even just stepping back off of social media, or choosing not to watch that show, and taking a moment and just enjoying and fellowshipping with the Holy Spirit, connecting with the person in front of you, and even connecting with your own heart is really powerful for creating joy in those moments. And that's one huge thing of how to actually begin to experience pleasure in those hidden and mundane moments. And so there's something beautiful about this. I love the reality that the kingdom's an upside down kingdom, right?
Right.
And Jesus' 33 years spent on this earth, 10/11ths of it is hidden and mysterious and unknown to the world. Like, we don't know it. It's a mystery to us. He was just doing life in the mundane,
Teenager,
in the
kid,
normal,
wearing diapers, pooping his pants, like whatever it is, he wasn't sent to earth, and his whole life wasn't a ministry, a high.
Yeah.
And that's Jesus.
Yeah. And I think we can find so much freedom in that, of like realizing that, okay, like my life, I can actually create space for life. I don't have to be constantly reaching for high moments or experiences or even goal setting. Like, some of you may need to just stop your goal setting. Like, you need to take in what you have. You need to take in the moment. You need to begin creating space for enjoyment. And enjoyment is a huge way to begin, like, getting present in a sense.
Right.
Enjoying the moment is a huge way to begin finding joy in those moments. So, like, as you create space for that enjoyment and you're minimizing your distractions, like, obviously we have a business and we're on the internet a lot, and so we're not saying that the internet is bad and you shouldn't be on the internet. Everyone has their own convictions, but what I am saying is it is so healthy and life-giving for our souls to connect in those mundane moments. Those mundane moments are made for connection, made for you to check in with yourself, made for you to connect with the Holy Spirit, made for you to get to know and get curious about the person in front of you.
Yeah. Think about those moments where, someone's talking and you pick up your phone and start scrolling. Think about those moments, where those things kind of happen and you're not being present in a moment where you could actually just be fully present and aware and there. That's something that we've been working on ourselves, is in like coming alive to, a moment. Like, let's say, you're driving and you're just focusing on getting home. Well, so this is kind of the how, like start becoming aware, like start looking at your surroundings and taking it in and enjoying the beauty around you, or take a moment and call a friend that you haven't caught up with for a while, or invite them out to coffee, or make there's just a lot of things where you can or take a moment with the Lord, even like put aside time, put aside your phone, put aside your work for a second, and for longer than a second, maybe even. And
in that moment where you feel like, okay, I'm bored, I need to distract myself, I need to do something, like let me scroll on my phone. Take a moment, just notice, and like, instead of reaching for your phone, even if, like, I know it can be really hard, and like whenever, like, it can be a real addiction, social media can be, like, choose to take a moment, step back, and just connect with your heart, connect with the Lord.
It will be really life-giving to it's like coming awake. It's like you're inside, you're just like doing these things automatically that aren't actually feeding you, and you think they are, like, or it's,
you're on autopilot.
It's really life-giving to like come awake to like, oh wait, I have some habits that I'm not really,
they're exhausting
they're exhausting me, and maybe I can like become aware of these, and like do something a little different. Like,
yeah, and even those habits that we have that we don't even recognize can be fueling that like dissatisfaction and that boredom, that feeling of boredom, because connection brings fulfillment and satisfaction. And so it's really like there is such a beautiful invitation. Like, we are wired for connection. In those moments, like, as you seek out connection, your heart will feel so satisfied and so full. And it may be like a moment at a time and a moment at a time in building that. But ultimately, like, when you taste the satisfaction of intimacy and of connection, whether it's with God, yourself, or others, like the true satisfaction of like looking at another person in the eyes, getting honest with yourself, getting honest with God.
Right.
You'll be like, okay, yeah,
you won't miss it.
I can leave my phone down for. I used to do this thing where like I would turn my phone off for a day, and it was so gratifying. Like, it was so gratifying. I'm not saying that it's a rule or anything in any capacity, but it gave me space to connect with the world around me.
Yeah. So we have this thing. We have a goodie right now. We have this thing right now where we are actually doing the Eden Intensive, which is our signature course where we mentor Christians, help them heal their hearts and relationships so that they can thrive in what God's called them to. So what we're doing right now, actually till tomorrow morning, right now is what day is today?
The 25th. Tuesday.
Right now is the 25th. Till midnight on the 26th, we have a 20% discount. So if you want to get a 20% discount on our signature course, we don't do this very often, but we are doing 20% off, and that means it'll be a $663. And we have payment plans to work with anybody who wants to do it. So we will work with you. But below, write the Eden Intensive if you are ready, because the time is limited right now, and we're enrolling for November. So we're really excited for you guys.
Really excited. Yeah. So I pray that this blesses you. If you're on YouTube, subscribe, like, comment, share. Really helps us out, really blesses us, and we hope that a lot of other people. We hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.
Bye.